Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading Scaramouche Listener by me. So let's get into it. This was complicated. Everything was, really, with Scaramouche. It was difficult to have something that could be simple, something that could feel a little bit refreshing, and not complicated for once. But it seemed like your relationship was held together by the weakest glue ever. No matter what you did, there were always fights, some confusion or misunderstanding, and never knew what to do. It felt like you were carrying this whole thing on your back, no matter how many times it tried to convince you that he loved you just the same, because it always felt like you were the only one trying. It always felt like you were trying your best and doing your most, while he barely even tried to make an effort. And being in a relationship was a two-sided thing. It hurt when you were trying so much and doing so much only to feel like the other person didn't give a crap about it. So it was bound to for things to break off. Eventually, for the two of you to have that one big fight that would tick everything off. It was waiting to happen. You knew it was. No matter how many times you tried to deny it in your own head, and tried to relish in the sweet moments that the two of you got in between. Scaramouche swore that he loved you, and you knew he was no liar, but it was difficult to try and put up with him. The way he wasn't used to being in a relationship at all, the way he didn't know how to love and how to care. It was confusing, painful, and you couldn't handle it. So, it was inevitable he would want to leave. The two of you were meant to go on a date. It was simple, nothing much, nothing too stressful or difficult, and it was supposed to end sweetly, on a positive note, a date that would help the two of you get closer and would help him overcome some of his, well, vulnerabilities and other things, his insecurities with you. He didn't know how to be affectionate, how to be romantic, or how to be in a relationship in any sort of way, and it was fine. He knew that. You accepted that, and you were trying still. You were trying to live with that and trying to make things better. You hoped because you had faith in him. You had hope that the two of you would be able to live peacefully in a future and life filled with love and maybe many more things too. But apparently, that vision was yours alone, and Scaramouche did not partake in it, at least not as much as you claimed to. You were sitting next to him, your hand on his, as you stroked his fingers gently, looking at him with weary eyes. Scaramouche, do you really think we can keep going? Really? He nods, but he was still shrugging a little bit after. I mean, I hope so. You know, Ion, it's difficult. For me. I love you, but things are difficult sometimes. And you're worth it. I'm not saying you're not. But I'm just saying, sometimes I feel like I'm not meant to be in a relationship. At least not now. I'm not worthy of being with you. And you're, well, he needs so much that I can't offer yet. And though he said it so calmly, it still hurt. It still made you well up with tears. So you've been thinking about it. You've you've thought about this conversation. Scaramouche, could you be honest with me? You ask him, looking him in the eye, and he just nods, looking right back at you, hoping that the two of you won't fight. He's being honest with his own emotions, offering you a window to his heart and mind in a way he usually wouldn't. Look, Ryan, I love you more than anything in my life, but I can't not think about it. I know myself, and I know you, and I know the pieces don't fit together. We're not meant to be. It's just not going to work out. I love you, but maybe, maybe you're the right person, but it's just the wrongest time. Maybe you could try again later. I, I hope you can, he says, and you can feel the sorrow in his voice, and the love that he still has for you. The love that he claimed to have, and yet you can't see any of it. Well, if you love me so much, then I would be worth trying for. That's what I think. I try for you, Scaramouche. I try day and night for you. Why can't you just do the same as well? Why? He looks at you, and he finds himself shrugging, out of words, unsure what to say because there is really nothing to say for himself at all. I don't know. I don't blame you. I have no idea why I act like this sometimes. I don't understand it. Myself. My behavior. It's confusing, Mayan. And I don't think you will understand. I won't blame you if you don't. But at least, let me have this. He leans in, cupping your face in his hands, and kisses you softly. I may not have showed it, Mayan, but I loved you more than anything in the world. And I hope that, even though you may not be able to see it, that you felt the same. He says softly, sadly, as he traces your face and your cheek with his finger, his thumb trailing over your cheek and your eyes, trying to memorize every part of your face, because maybe you won't be able to touch it again. Well, at least you were honest. This time. He says softly, brokenly, and he nods. And you find yourself leaning in as well, giving him one last kiss. Maybe that was goodbye. Forever. Or maybe it's just for the time being. You will never know. But what you do know is that you loved, once and true, and you had no idea what would still go on, like all those fairy tales you would see. But you could only hope.